And on that note, I'm going to welcome in one of our fellow knights, Dan Ingemi. Where is Dan? Oh my goodness. Has he been a ghost the whole time? What a way to blend in.
Where the hell have I been?
That's a great question, Dan.
He's been there the whole time.
I just woke up and I'm on this couch now. I don't know what the heck.
Have you been sleeping under the couch this whole time, Dan?
Don't question my personal sleeping preferences.
Oh, man.
Never in question, Dan.
Well, Dan, why don't you talk to me? Because, you and everyone else behind the curtain has had their own thoughts on my MCU ranking. What are your thoughts on my personal list of MCU film rankings? Talk to me.
Oh, man, everyone has opinions. That's all I got.
That's our show, folks.
That's all I got. No, greatest film ever. This is coming from a guy who's seen like a million other films. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you're a major film buff. But definitely more than me.
Greatest superhero film ever. Maybe a lot of people that have, ranked that on their highest list. Greatest film ever. What the hell are you talking about?
Man have his opinions.
It accomplished everything.
Opinion more.
There are many other great films in a lot of aspects that accomplish a lot for other people, but for me, I want colorful characters. I want villains with goals. I want heroes with objectives that they need to accomplish. It accomplished a lot for me.
You ever see Django Unchained? Come on. That's got
Just for, I don't know, for what reason, curiosity for myself, I guess, is everyone on the same page with the top?
No.
Within the MCU? What's your top, Wayne?
My top?
Yeah.
So if I was going to do top 5...
Just one. Just the one.
Yeah,
just the one.
Just the one. Hop on the mic. You can hop on the mic.
Just the one.
My favorite MCU movie...
Is not Endgame?
It's not Endgame.
What is it?
It's The Avengers.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Because
I respect
it's the first one that gave you them all, and it's not like a fucking comic book movie. It looks like a comic book.
Yes, and it was for
Don't
a
get me
long
wrong,
time.
I love the Russo brothers because they gave me Community, but that's a whole nother level. But
so Community is the best MCU
like gold to me.
movie.
I absolutely love Community.
I'd rather get Wolverine and Joe Fixit in this bitch.
And even like the Avengers, though. Do you remember the first time you saw them all gathered together?
Yes.
Yeah,
that was
remarkable.
awesome. That was like
the 360
coolest
shot
thing.
around them.
And it was.
And then the camera spins, and you're like, "Holy crap! I'm watching a comic book movie."
Oh my God! A lot of the films on this list.
Yeah,
are,
but
I
feel like you went for all of the big ones that were all crossover movies.
Yes, because crossovers are worth it.
I know the crossovers are great, but come on.
For me, it comes down to this. If I'm comparing the films, if I know what my top is and I know what my bottom is, which film am I going to want to watch more over the other one? Am I going to want to watch Hulk? Or am I going to watch Thor? I'm going to pick Hulk. And then it goes up from there. For me, am I going to watch Avengers 1? Or am I going to watch Infinity War?
I'm going to watch Avengers 1.
I'm going to watch Infinity War every time.
I'm always going to pick Avengers 1.
It accomplishes more for me. There's just more characters.
There's nothing wrong. I like Thanos a lot, too. I love Thanos in that movie. He's great. But to me, though, it's always like going back and rewatch. I can watch Avengers 1 at this point. It's basically become like another Princess Bride to me. I love that movie. I'm also a huge Joss Whedon fan.
That's fair.
And so, that was all great. And I like the Endgame for me, Endgame, while the ending to that movie is really good, the third act is really good. Mm. But, getting to the third act can be kind of boring.
Oh, I strongly disagree. But that's
fine. That's fine if you disagree with me.
Just so everyone knows, the bottom of my list is Captain America.
How is the time heist boring?
Yeah.
Oh, Captain Britain fanboy.
It just reminded me of Back to the Future 2.
Dan, what would you, if you had to remember off of things... Bye, Wayne. Nice seeing you again.
Bye, guys.
Dan, if you had to rearrange anything on my list based on what you remember, and I can go through some of the list of things if you want, what would you maybe switch for either higher or lower on your list?
What was your
Price
top?
Is right for you.
What was your top 5 again?
Top 5: Spider-Man: Far From Home, Captain America: Winter Soldier, Avengers 1, Avengers: Infinity War, Avengers: Endgame.
I don't know. I kind of would like. I would kind of like to rank Guardians of the Galaxy maybe in the top, or at least top 10 at least.
A lot of people would. Mm-hmm. A lot of people would. Because
again,
it's also different.
That's a more pedestrian film, isn't it? Because you get the ragtag group. Hey, they listen to 70s music. Cassettes, Walkmans are a thing.
Oh yeah, no, the soundtrack.
Branding.
The soundtrack is one of the best things to ever be, put out, and it's just a bunch of rehashes, but that's fine. So I don't know. It could just be a me thing. Does anybody else on the panel behind the curtain want to chime in with with Dan Parker. We haven't had you on yet. Why don't you come on?
Parker.
Why don't you... quantum physicist Parker Henry, ladies and
Hello.
gentlemen. Aspiring quantum physicist.
How you doing? Hello, Master Hands.
We've learned from today that
this is crazy hand right here.
We're going to give a notice to all of our guests. No green.
See this hand?
To make sure we're all on the same page.
This is the one I shoot with.
Parker, what would you rearrange from what you can remember from my list? What sticks out to you as wrong?
Let's see. I think I agreed with most everything you said, ranking-wise.
Good. We're
maybe
blind, so that helps.
I think maybe my number 1 would actually be Civil War, and my number 2 would be Winter Soldier.
That's fair. The Captain America film's up top. No,
Yeah.
that's fine. Barney's cringing over in a corner, but that's
Where's
fine.
Captain Britain when
No,
you
as
need
long
him?
as it's not the first one. I don't mind the rest of them. The first one's
one's
just
just like World War
garbage.
II.
Yeah, you forget the superhero stuff. It's a good World War II movie.
Yeah.
You like Dark World, but you don't like Captain America?
Garbage.
I'm not a fan of Dark World.
Let's talk about how Wonder Woman's better. No.
Hey, Wonder Woman's good, too.
So, Parker, you're saying that most of the list is...
I
good.
agree with pretty much every ordering on your list.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I mean, I took a lot of time. I was working at Chuck E. Cheese, and I just needed to put this list together. I'm like, I got to put these films in order. I'm losing track of what's what.
We agree on the bottom movie.
Yeah, it's
Because
just...
Loki stole the movie, but that's because there wasn't much of a movie to steal, in my opinion.
Yeah, it... Oh, Barney's hurt.
I'm
All right,
sorry,
all
Barney.
right, Barney. Give us...
I feel like I need to watch it again.
Give us your
Today.
reasoning from what you can remember why you feel that Thor: The Dark World should be ranked much higher than what I gave it, please.
Because Captain America is so bad.
You're not talking
All right, putting that really offshoot opinion behind. Why don't you tell us why you think Thor in Thor: The Dark World is better than Cap and Cap 1? Why don't you go with that?
And that's what I say. Like, I really feel like I need to watch Thor: Dark World again because I do not remember it being as bad as you guys are saying. And I think one of the things that I liked most about the whole Thor series, especially the first two, was just their the establishment of what's it called where he lives? I'm blanking. Asgard. The whole look and feel of Asgard from those movies was just like, to me, it was enchanting. It was like, it was just it was cool. It was fantasy, you know. It was a cool fantasy slant on it. And I guess, you know, that to me is just the antithesis of the World War sort of setting of Captain America, and that's probably, you know, a big part of why I would put that above.
Again, I stress, no film in the MCU, in my opinion, is bad by any stretch.
Right.
There's a ton to love
America.
from every film, including Incredible Hulk, because that's usually the bottom for everyone else. It's better than nearly half of the X-Men films. It's better than every Fantastic Four film. You know, it just there's a lot to like.
Where do you put it in the Spider-Man Chronicles?
I'm sorry, what?
Where do you put like Thor 2 in the Spider-Man Chronicles? Is it as in the
I
older
would
one?
say it's above Amazing Spider-Man 1 for me, and probably above Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
and above Spider-Man 3, but Spider-Man 1 and 2 they just hold such a near and dear place to my heart. Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin.
Out am I?
Do it. All right, well, that wraps up my MCU ranking. I've been dying to talk about it on the show from the very beginning, so I'm glad that we finally got that off my chest.
Send all your hate mail.
Higher. I just want to say.
Iron Man 1 used to be a lot higher, but we've just gotten...
We just got better movies.
We've gotten better movies
Like
since then.
Phase 3 was...
Iron Man is just a perfect wrapped bow of a movie. Like, that is just...
And it is, but we've gotten so many great Phase 3 films
Iron Man
since.
2. Really? Because there's like a bunch of scenes in Iron Man 2 that I clearly
The
remember.
only good thing about Iron Man 2 is Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell's
Oh, yeah,
gold,
no, there's a
and I
lot to
miss
like
him.
with Sam.
A lot
with
of Iron
Justin
Man
Hammer.
2 was a little dull, script pacing-wise.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to, you know, setting the scene argument.
Yeah,
because
Don Cheadle.
Yeah, because the Iron Man 1 and 2 are fantastic movies, but then when you see them with retrospect with some of the movies that came after, they set the scene for it, so you don't get you don't get the chicken without the egg or whatever. But you know, then it comes down to what do you place higher value on, whether the scene setting movies or the payoff.
And for me, it's payoff. For me, it's a lot of payoff.
I just have to address one thing with Barney here. Because Thor: Dark World is an emotional wet noodle. But Captain America, the First Avenger, by the end of that movie, the last line, if that doesn't make your heartstrings just break...
Yeah.
The whole movie is about how a girl doesn't find him attractive when he's weedy, and then he gets...
I had a date. Nerds.
If that doesn't make you cry, I don't know what's wrong with you.
No,
listen.
Jack, you know why that doesn't make me cry? It doesn't make me cry because that chick was only interested in him because of his physical appearance.
No, I disagree. 100%.
Wrong. She was interested in him from the very beginning. She believed in him even when he was jumping on grenades. As
the man she fell in love with was actually the stick kid.
The end of Captain America has the best emotional weight ever. The end of Thor: The Dark World has another fake out with Loki that just you see coming a mile away.
One of the best aspects of hosting this show is being able to just let people play. I don't have to do anything. I can just sit and listen like the rest of you, and it's great. Dan, thanks so much for being here with us for our MCU ranking. I'm going to have you go off so that we can have Parker in for our next segment. Okay, we're going to
don't wear green next time.
What'd you say, Barney?
Don't wear green next time.
Don't wear green next time. Nobody wear green next time. Remind me.
What if you have?
Because I'll forget.
So what if you have someone cosplay as the Joker?
Oh, man, that hair's going to be terrible.
Yeah.
Master Hand's attacking me.